Here we are at Sigma Europe 2021, and I'm thrilled to be joined by Akon. Akon, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
This is not your first time at Sigma, is it?
No, actually not.
How many times have you been to Sigma?
This is my third time.
Third time at Sigma, but you've also been to Malta in the meantime as well.
Right, for the annual festivals that's being held here all the time.
Well, it's so great to have you back on the islands. Thank you for being here. Let me ask you, why Sigma? Why keep coming back to Sigma?
I think it's super important. You get all the information that you need. You understand where the world is going in the future. All the big, crypto and blockchain giants, they all come here. But you got to be ahead of everything that's happening. And then you want to be able to integrate with all the new technologies that's coming, because every day the technology is going to another level. So you want to be in front of it. Trust me.
Well, this is what I've been hearing over the last couple of days. You've got to be ahead. You've got to be ahead. And of course, all of this, whether it be, here we have iGaming, blockchain, so on and so forth, it's moving so fast.
No, like rapidly. I mean, it's to the point where you kind of slowly learn to understand by default, right? Because, my son, he knew how to work the iPad when he was 3 years old. He would go to YouTube every morning and find the exact same show. Didn't know how to read or write, by the way. But I don't know how they do it. You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But that just goes to show how the world is becoming so digital, and it's becoming like it's second nature at this point. So if you don't lock in now and understand the basic code words, the basic, utilizational cases, and just knowing the basic functionality of it, you won't survive in the future.
I do feel like an oldie when we start talking about these things. I'm an old timer. I was around before the internet, so I'm pretty sure you know what I'm saying. But listen, let's talk about some big projects that you've got going on. I want to find out about Akon City. Tell me about this.
So Akon City, we're building the first prototype in Senegal, West Africa. We've already done all the soil studies. We're like literally months away from actually breaking ground to start construction itself. I partnered up with Dubai. Dubai came on board, believed in the project. They're actually now coming on board to help me structure it, because I always wanted to partner up with people that's done it before.
Right.
So I don't have to make the same mistakes they made. And as you can see, like Dubai, the way they built that city in 20 years and where it's at, they clearly know more than I know. And they also have a huge interest in Africa as well too. So, I help them, they help us. Dubai ports came on board as well too. So, I'm super excited about where this is going and where the future of Africa can become, because as you know, it's like a white slate. It's underdeveloped. We have all the resources. We don't have to go outside to get anything. We can build the whole city in Africa with Africa's resources. And we'd be able to use the population, because the human resources is even better, because we're at 1.5 billion people now.
Yeah.
So now imagine Akon City in Senegal, then we branch it off to all these other countries, which we've already closed Uganda, and then we're going to go into Rwanda, and we're going to go into Kenya.
But why start with Senegal? What's the big deal about Senegal?
Well, that's where I'm from. Born, raised, my family's from there. And then it's really more so the location. Senegal is like 6.5 hours, no more than 7 hours from anywhere in the world. 6.5 hours from the United States, 6.5 hours from Europe, 6.5 hours to the Middle East. Like, it's literally 6.5, 7 hours tops from anywhere in the world.
How do I not know this? This sounds like an amazing destination.
It's crazy.
So what's the point? What's the goal? What's the ambition for Akon City?
Well, the ambition is for it to create the spark that eventually create the fire to develop Africa the right way.
That's fantastic. Yeah. That is absolutely brilliant. I like your story that this is where you're from and you're taking it back to enrich Africa. I really want to see this happen. I also know that you're working on something as well. You've launched, whilst we're here, the Akoin. Tell me about this, because this is big news and it's also amazing.
So we launched Akoin in last year, August. We started with one exchange. We're now currently on 5 exchanges. And then the beautiful part about it is, because I didn't want to just be a cryptocurrency that's just out there, people gain popularity and you trade on it, okay? It has nothing to back it up but a story, right? But with Akoin, it's different because it's actually a tool of real utilization. It's actually a real currency that's being utilized right now today in Africa. We're starting in Kenya, where we created a pilot project that were, people there being paid their payroll from work on Akoin. They're utilizing Akoin as a way of actually buying their medication at the Mwale Medical Center. Like, it's a real thing, and it's real transactions on mobile phones. And just yesterday, we actually launched the Akoin MasterCard. And I get to actually show it to you for the first time, because I actually used it to check into my hotel.
Nice.
And use my incidentals with crypto, right?
And it's a nice card. I like
Right,
this. Nice design, well done. I love this. I love your passion for the African people. I absolutely love it. And I'm so glad that you are in a position to be able to do something for the African continent. I'm going to keep this. Is that all right?
No. This got unlimited Akoins on here right here.
Thank you so much, Akon.
But I'll get you one, I promise you, I'll get you one.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Thank you for being with us
No,
here again
thank you,
at
thank you
Sigma.
so
I
much.
really, really appreciate it. And I have so much respect for you. And I'm really wishing you well with Akon City and the Akoin. And of course, now the card.